Okay, one of the best ways I think to help women who have been post-abortive is to build relationships. You're going to find this mostly in community with, I believe, a healthy church. You're not going to find this in the same old people that you ran around with years ago. They haven't changed, and you need to change. So there are a lot of things going on in that trauma. I think that a lot of girls are just brought up a certain way. I know in the culture I was brought up with, you have the basic role models of like, Demi Moore, Brooke Shields, who else? You can go back to the old movies, Marilyn Monroe, etc. And then you have your own family or grandmother in that same kind of culture. So you just learn, you just pick it up somewhere. So we really want to be able to understand, and again, a forced abortion was not my choice, but you do want to understand yourself. And I think, just how do we get pregnant? I mean, I obviously didn't want to be pregnant. I broke up with my boyfriend, and he, had cried about that. And being a nice girl, I didn't want to make him upset. And then he reassured me the condom was safe, and I actually felt like he tricked me so I would stay with him. So there's a lot leading up to that. But before even me having a boyfriend, that was my first boyfriend, and I was pretty innocent. But I do remember having people around me who just, they were like in art, in love with being in love, and watching General Hospital, watching the soap operas. And that is fine if you have a foundation first, So there wasn't really a foundation, hearing all the pop 80s songs and stuff. You're just learning from that. So you learn how to look at relationships that way. And it's a thing that you really need to understand, that you know um, it's not just a free for all. I know, working at my first restaurant too, there were a lot of guys who liked me, and you're not going to be able to withstand that pressure as a young girl and be able to understand everything you need to know like an adult knows in that kind of environment. So you really want to be able to understand yourself and get the care you need to come out of that. So I find building relationships, healthy relationships, knowing yourself, and mostly knowing the love that God has for you is really going to turn you around. And that is usually seen through the love people have for you too.